Hello again, welcome back to the Unloved JDM channel. So this is it, we're actually taking the Lexus apart in order to make it faster and put it back together, or something like that. It's on the ramp, we're in position, we're going to take the bonnet off and start stripping things down to try and get space to add a collection of bits into there. If you saw the other video, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's get to work. Right, bonnet off for easier access. So the plan is here, what we're going to do is take front bumper off so we can get the intercooler mocked up and in place at some point. We are, obviously because of all this work, this is essentially the airbox and the air intake and like a baffle thing that seems to be connected to it. So we're going to lose all of that and ultimately none of that will be going back on anyway, so that'll be coming off. We're going to drop the entire exhaust manifold off and start mocking everything up, see where everything wants to sit, and then start building the ins and outs from there. So let's get to work. Alright, so a little update. As you've seen, we've taken the entire front end of the car apart, took the bonnet off, front wheels off just to get access to stuff, and taken all the top covers off, airbox, etc., intake, and the exhaust manifold is now off as well. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to start test fitting the actual turbo manifold and the turbo itself, and then work on downpipe, intercooler pipe, and then keep building upwards from there. So, let's see how well this thing actually fits. What I want it to do is slot straight on. Moment of truth. Oh, that's pretty good. Right, okay, so we'll do a couple of nuts on there and then we'll bolt turbo to it. Right, so we've done a little test fit. We've had to reclock the turbo and reclock the actual cartridge inside at two different angles, and then all we've got to deal with is the little wastegate housing. So that's what we'll do in a moment. At this point though, we've actually got the turbo sitting how I wanted it to sit. There's no issues with clearance or anything like that. We've got a nice gap there to drop the boost pipe down, and then we just started looking at where the other one's going to come up. So once that's on there, that one's on there, we're going to need some different piping because the 3-inch one that I've got isn't going to work as I suspected. And then we've got the down pipe just to make it fit down there, which it's actually not too bad. And we just started working out where the oil pipe goes, because everybody, from what I've seen, taps this to do oil pressure, which is what we're going to do, and then just try and route the pipe in a nice sort of fashion, and then there's a fuel return to go in there, which again we've got to do. But for now, that's where we're at. So I'm going to hand you over to James, and he's going to start making the intercooler look great. Right, so after a lot of fiddling around yesterday and a lot of modificating of parts, we got the new intercooler piping and modified it to fit the car a little bit and modified everything in between. So instead of having, if I can show you, those chrome 3-inch ones that we were going to use, I'll show you this one. We went with like a matte black sort of finish, and the reason that's been modified is because it goes down the very tight gap down there. Because from what I can tell, everybody that does this with like these cars somehow either goes through a really narrow pipe that goes past the aircon pump on the side of the engine, or maybe doesn't have aircon, I don't know, but whatever it is, there's not a lot of space down that side, as I'll show you in a minute. But at this point, James yesterday managed to get that front mount intercooler in place. Well, obviously the intercooler's in, but it's now piped up. The bumper's trimmed kind of how it needs to be. Needs a little fine finish yet, but it's there. Hard pipes are in. I don't know if you can see the turbo side. Yep. That side's all in. That one was in, as I said, but we took that one out. Show you from underneath. It's not connected up right there, so we still need to clamp it. But the hard pipe goes up there for the hot side, and then cold side just comes from there and disappears up to the bay, like I said before. So that's pretty good. Now waiting for a few little tiny little pieces to do the oil return for the turbo and get that finalised. But hopefully today we'll have it, if that turns up, we'll have it running just to test it. I've still got the fuel system to do yet, that's another story. While we're waiting for those things, we've got, obviously, I haven't mentioned it in this video yet, but the FTO is still available on tickets. At this point, I think, off the top of my head, there's around 600-ish tickets left. So that's 200 tickets already gone. There's only 800 in total. So if you do get onto it, it's just £5, and you're in for quite good odds, to be fair, because most of these competitions have thousands of tickets, and we've only done 800. Right, you might keep noticing this thing in the background as well, so I'll talk about this while we're here. I picked this up a couple of days ago for one simple reason. So if you haven't seen it before, under the pile of stuff in the corner, there's the black buggy that we're going to build very, very soon, and we need a bunch of parts for it. So it was easier just to get a car that somebody had already half stripped, take what we need off this one, as in like full interior and stuff like that, because it is complete inside. So all that stuff's in there. There's decent seats in it, carpets if we need it, dash, trim, steering wheel, etc. Engine bay's pretty much stripped, but again we need things like crash bar that needs cleaning up, and a few daft little things out of there as well, so it just makes life a lot easier to do it that way. So we're going to start stripping that in a minute, as I said, while we're waiting for that, so we'll show you that in this video. And then, hopefully, if those things turn up this afternoon, we'll show you that running. Wish us luck. Right, so we've dug our way into the bug eye a little bit, so we can see what's missing a little bit more now. But on this thing's actually really, really clean. It's definitely worth building this one. Strange little things like aircon pipes bent there, so we've got to take all that off. Dog bone for the gearbox has got to come off it, and just a bunch of stuff throughout the entire thing that's just got to come off. But if you haven't seen this car, it is kind of there. It's just a lot that's kind of not, but some stuff is inside it as well. So just trying to keep the best of both while we've got the parts options. Alright, so at this point I don't have any more clips of the Lexus because it hasn't evolved any further yet. I've been sat around waiting for parts for absolutely ages. But what I do want to include in this video is more Skyline stuff. So if you watched the last one, a lot of people watched us try and start it for quite a long time. I've actually got a load of clips with some success, and I'll put them in here for you to watch as well. Enjoy. This is it, boys.
I'll see what.
I think this is it. Done! This is it! Shall I put lights on so I can see Kyle push it?
No, you can't really see it. So.
What?
Almost.
I wonder what you said then.
Yeah, I almost went.
I know. I got scared and turned it off.
You turn it off?
No.
So it's definitely getting something now.
Ready?
Yeah.
Not me.
Come on then. So it's obviously not liking somewhat. Deep plug it back in.
Was it unplugged?
I don't know.
Let's have a look.
Let's have a look.
Man's over here got goosebumps.
That big thing, isn't it? The yellow one.
Yeah.
It's plugged in. Dry roll over. These moments where you need to die walking over there. Yeah. It's sat there at this moment in time, it's just decreasing now.
It will do.
Right, go it again.
Yeah.
Not like that. For you?
It was a bit noisy.
It's not noisy, it just didn't sound right. Yeah. Yeah, we got to 4 bar when that last run.
That's fine. Yeah, getting
Oh yeah, you got
Got
oil.
oil in there.
yeah.
Good.
So that's solved.
We can go on to, let's go again.
Oh,
It's on one. It's a fucking roller coaster. This.
Don't get me in it, you cunt.
I feel sick because I'm ill, but I actually feel sick.
I'm just sick as a dog. I didn't before I went to turn the key.
I felt sick when you weren't getting any oil, but now that you've got oil, I'm
Yeah. Right. Fire in the hole. Rev count is $2 grand, $3 grand. And climbing. What is that noise?
The intake.
it's probably all.
It sounds like do you know your shield here?
Is it?
Yeah, because it's not got any bolts at bottom. It's just held in by the 2 top bolts. So if
This bit in.
yeah,
Just
if
add
you
the ears on it and just see if you can spot
Could
it.
be all this wrap couldn't it not fastened down properly.
Just have a look and listen. Pull it out and put your thumb over it. Ready? That was better. Didn't try and take off this time. I can hear oil as well. I hope. Ooh, okay, that's new. What's the hissing? That's fuel?
I thought I was getting
Or
sucked
was it
off.
vacuum? I know she didn't complain.
It's almost big enough to get my penis in as well.
Almost. Ready?
Yep.
That's fine. Just want to flip that too.
Why would it idle there?
No. You might have idle issues down the line.
Don't say that. Why would you say we've got more issues?
There's all stuff on the ECU and all that. So I'll just plumb it as it should be plumbed now.
Got to do it again, haven't we?
Yeah, go on one more time. So am I still keeping my thumb on?
No, stick it in there. Because it literally goes into there.
I think it needs blanking.
No. Don't want blanket because it sucks on it.
We'll find out in a sec.
Because
Yeah. That's fine.
it works. It actually works.
Go and try it over Cass. See if that works.
No, don't need to. It works. It's on. That's sick.
Because it might not be in your Cass in the first place.
Yeah, it was. Might not be, but it was. Plus, Steve gave me another one as well, so I've got like a spare. Again.
You want to go again, don't you?
I'll go again.
Go on
Go
then.
in again. Parallel.
Well, it could be that what's causing it.
That could be rotation.
Could be timing now.
Don't.
Is it still loose?
Yeah, it's fairly loose, yeah.
I'm like a kid at Christmas all of a sudden. Before I was like an anxious kid before Christmas. And now Santa's just been dumped a load down my chimney.
Don't want you to get demonetised, so I'm not going to say what I'm thinking.
What are you thinking of? Thinking of Christmas?
Well, Santa dumping a load down your chimney as well.
Oh, you know, honestly, some people are just ill-minded.
Right, go on then.
Parallel.
Watch your finger on that.
It works. Again. The big vacuum leaky noise. Where's it come from? You know when it shuts off and you just do.
This.
Bruce, don't touch anything else. Just James, put your thumb over that again. Don't get sucked off. Don't do
Oh, hang on. Do you want to put the cast back to what you just did it to?
Leave it there. Bruce, don't rev it up or out. Just see what it does. Yeah, it's sucking air, isn't it?
Mm.
If it sucks it in after the airflow meter, it won't know what it's doing. Are you rotating?
Yeah.
Well, that was nicer. So you get sucked off.
Yeah.
Well, that was nicer as well.
It could be the settings in ECU. Should be fun.
Yeah. Get it to how it needs to be and then start it again and see.
Boost hoses and radiator. Bit of pressure into it. I'll put that on the right side. Yeah. Sounds like it's playing straight back. Try that. No, it's got pressure.
That's better.